So last night we stopped a little bit before Binghamton. We stopped at a Cracker Barrel. It was very late, so I didn't film just because I was very tired. It was like, what, 12 midnight or something? Anyway, so we slept there. We left this morning, and then on the highway 20th, I think, we started having problems with our transmission. So we had to stop, and then we started to look at for a mechanic place that could look at RVs. So we were at the border of Pennsylvania and West Virginia. We were still in Pennsylvania. My husband started to try to find mechanic place that could look at the RV with no luck. But then in West Virginia, we found a small garage with super friendly mechanic that agreed to look at it, and the verdict is I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's something with the vacuum and some misshot. Anyway, I'll just put it on the screen. I don't remember exactly all the technical terms, but he said that he wouldn't suggest to drive with it. But they were closing because it was 5 o'clock. They were closing, so they said if you want, bring it back tomorrow at 8, and we'll look at it and we'll tell you if we can fix it and how long it will take to fix it. So hopefully it won't take long or it won't cost much because we are Canadian and our money is worth nothing here. So, but he was kind enough to give us the name of a campground nearby. It was about 10 minutes from there. And the campground is it's called Letterman Campground. So it's super nice because we're able at least to sleep somewhere. And uh, he has to come and talk right behind me. I'll move. So yeah, so we'll bring it tomorrow at 8. Hopefully the guy will say, "Oh, it's just this," but I doubt it. I really, really, really doubt it because I was driving when it started to funk up. I was driving, I think it was 50 miles per hour, and I was on 3,000 RPM, and then it started going up to 5,000, and it was stay there. I couldn't like bring it down, and yeah, so it's crazy, and it did all kind of weird sound. So we stopped. So we'll be one day late to Florida. That is if they can fix it tomorrow. Otherwise, we might have to stay another night. I'm not sure. I'm really not having it. I'm really anxious about that because I don't know what tomorrow will be like because we have to bring the motor home, but we are 6 in there. I have my mom in there, my daughter, my son, my youngest son, and my daughter's friend, and my husband and I. So we're 6. Where are we going to stay if we have to leave it there? So I don't know. I don't know. And I don't even know if the repair that they will do, if that will allow us to continue our trip or go back home. So that is a mystery for now. So that is the campground. It's a very, very small campground, but you know what? I don't really care. They welcomed us. They gave us a spot because we're kind of out of the season, even though we're in West Virginia. We're not in camping season yet, so it's still pretty cold. I think it was like 8 or 10 degrees Celsius when we arrived. So, but the air is cool. See, I got my winter jacket and my hat, and I have some gloves that I should wear because my hands are getting cold. But it's pretty cold. It's not warm. It's warmer than at home. They had a snowfall at home again. So, but yeah, we'll see tomorrow. So we finally arrived to our destination, which is Cocoa Beach. It was a hell of a ride, let me tell you this. It was the worst ride I've ever done in that motorhome, ever. And we've been traveling in that motorhome since 2017. And we went, with that motorhome, we went through Canada and we went around the United States. Not a problem. And then all this happened. So my husband suspected what what did he say? Suspected a misfire someplace. But he didn't have any tools to look, and well, he's not a mechanic either, so fortunately we found this little garage. I'll put the name on the screen. This little garage, super friendly people. They took us urgent. They had a commitment, appointments, and they took us in. So we went to so they gave us the name of the campsite. We went there. We came back in the morning at 10 after 8. So we were hoping that he would be able to fix it, right? So he looked at it. Then it was like a connection that didn't work well, and it was causing misfires, which was preventing the motorhome to switch gear. In a nutshell, that's what I understood. And here's a picture of the part that didn't work. And fortunately, he opened everything up, and he looked around, did some tests, found that piece, well, one of those pieces, because there's a lot of the same piece, one of those pieces was malfunctioning. So he repaired that, changed the fuse, and he was able to repair the motorhome. It took him from 8 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. Well, 10 after 8 in the morning till I think it was 3:30 when he finished. He worked all day on our motorhome. He took, I think, a small break for lunch. And the motorhome is running smoothly. So we were so happy and very fortunate to have found this mechanic, because my husband had called a lot of them beforehand, and he even had called them, left a message, but they didn't return the call. Probably they were busy. So, but we drove in there and asked, and oh my God, they were so nice with us, and they listened and they took care of us. And I mean, my God, I have only good words. And he worked like nonstop, and he did a great job, very professional. Anyway, our motorhome is now fixed. Obviously, it's a cost that we didn't want to, it wasn't in the vacation budget, but at least there's nothing else broken or that we needed to fix, or we were scared that the motorhome was just doomed, and we were like, oh my God, how are we going to get home, because all our stuff is in there anyway. So we're really happy that the mechanic was able to repair the motorhome. And then on our way, so everything is fine. We leave West Virginia. We were, I would say, 4 45 minutes, an hour after, we what did I said? Oh, I said to my daughter, look at the mountains, how beautiful they are. They have like waves, probably because caused by the wind, because there was a lot of wind, so I guess that it curved the mountains like that. It's super pretty. I think by that time we were in Virginia. And then she goes, Mom, there's a lady that's signing you. Well, not me, but my husband who was driving. She says she's pointing something. So I tell my husband, oh no, what is it? What is it? So my husband stopped, and look what he found under the motorhome. It was dragging under the motorhome. So he found this, the wheel cap, which is supposed to go there. Oh. So we lost the freaking wheel cap. Then I said to my husband, I said, oh my God, there's something that is telling us to not to go on vacation this year. I was tired, and I was annoyed, and we're 6 in there. Even though it's a kind of a big motorhome, and you can easily sleep 6 in there. When it's parked and open, it's fine, and you can go outside. But when you're driving almost 25 hours plus nights, so 30 something hours, I'm getting annoyed, and my chronic illness doesn't help at all, since the movement of the motorhome all the time gave me headaches, gave me nauseous. I'm aching. I'm very weak. I'm weak. And after leaving Virginia, we arrived at, well, my husband drove a lot to, so we could be here today as soon as possible. So he drove all the way through Virginia to the entrance of Georgia. And that's where we slept. Here's a clip of how it went. I don't know if you can hear the trucks. It's sleeping except me. I can't, it's too noisy. I should get myself some earplugs. I know there's some that exists just that you can sleep on. Because this is crazy. We never usually stop where truck stops because of the generator that they leave on. Okay, I'll try to get some sleep somehow.
been a crazy ride.
That was it. Last night, I was telling myself that's the last time I'm traveling that way. I can't do this anymore. I can't. Anyway, so fortunately, we are now here in Cocoa Beach we were supposed to be here 3 days, but we lost a day because of the motorhome. The motorhome broke. So we'll be here, well, a day and a half, because, no, 2 days. We'll be here 2 days instead of 3. That's fine. And then we will go up to our next spot. Anyway, so that's the first part of my trip. We are arrived. We'll see how tomorrow goes. But this afternoon, I'm just taking it easy. We are now leaving Cocoa Beach for our next destination. We had fun. It's a beautiful day today. Too bad it was very windy yesterday. But hey, it was still nicer than home, and we enjoyed the beach. Now we're going to another place where it's going to be a little bit less warm. Oh, but it's still going to be warmer than at home. So let's go there. If you like that first part, please leave me a comment, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next adventure.